I've been living so psychotic, so psychotic. I feel like I ain't got nobody, got nobody. I feel like I might hurt somebody, hurt somebody. Damn, this beat is so melodic, it's so exotic, so exotic. Hey, I'm drifting away, I'm drifting away. Got so much in my brain, can't quite explain. You trying to fuck up my day, get out my way. I'm trying to maintain, they don't know my pain. I give you the ugliest truth, you tell me the prettiest lie. You hurt me and tell me you love me, then give me the evilest eye.
Yo, what's up? It's your main man, Vigalanty, back here at Vigalanty World. Welcome back to Stop and Vibe. And we got a cool show here for today. The person I'm interviewing today is Jason Smith Jr. He's a firefighter. He's a paramedic from Miami and been in the emergency medical field for 5 years. And he's a very God-fearing man and a man of God. And I thought it would be cool to interview him because obviously they see things that we really don't see. We might see the ambulance going by or the firefighters going by, and we don't really get to see, like, ground zero of everything, what is happening down there. So before we get into that, before I bring my dog in the room, I need you to hit like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you tap in with me so I can tap back in with you. Other than that, man, let's get on with this show. Let me bring my main man in here. And we call him, I call him AKA Smitty. Yo.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
What's going on, my man?
Hey, man, just chilling, man. One day at a time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming to the show, man. First of all, Happy New Year.
Same to you. Happy New Year's.
How was your New Year's, man? What you did for your New Year's?
Oh, New Year's was good. I went to church. Celebrated in the house. My wife, the family, friends.
Had any New Year's resolutions that you're
doing? Stay alive. Let's start with that
first. I hear that. That's what's up, man. So, you are a firefighter. How long have you been a firefighter?
Actually, I just recently became a firefighter. I just got hired with the county down here back in September.
Okay.
So I'm new to the fire aspect of it. Other states do everything different. Some you have separate. You have EMS, emergency medical services, and then you have fire. Two different entities, but down here in South Florida, we merge. Everything's combined all in one. So I've been doing the EMS part of it for 5 years, but I'm just now starting to do the fire aspect part of it. So we got hired down here in the county for the county.
That's what's up. So what even drew you into that field of work?
Oh man, that's a story. For one, you don't believe it or not, it was by accident. It's a story behind
really.
It.
Okay. Hey, there's always a story behind some people doing something great, right?
Yeah, the story behind this. So before I was doing anything EMS, came back home from school, and I was a substitute at my old alma mater. I was doing that. I was a full-time coach, part-time substitute, and I was doing driving Lyft.
Okay.
So I was doing that for a little while. And a lot of things happened that year, year 2017. I was doing Lyft, making ends meet, trying to get some money to get my master's degree in psychology. And my dad ended up having some complicated medical issues.
Okay.
So at the time, he had a mild heart attack, went to the hospital. They gave him some pain sedatives, which is a little bit too much than what his body could handle, and he went into a coma. The only person at home was working was me, him, my mom. So my mom didn't want to work because she wanted to be bedside with him. So pretty much everything relied on me.
Right.
So I just got this 2017 Cruise off the lot, had 3 miles on it, and he had an incident. In the summer. So up until that point, I probably had like 3,000 miles on it. So
wow.
my mom told him, she said, "Hey, I'm not working. I want to be bedside with your dad. So you got to do what you got to do. You got to make it work." So I told myself, well, you got to do something. I wasn't making enough money at the school, but if you can make some money doing Lyft, you really try. When he went into coma like for 2 months, he was there for 2 months. So I had 3,000 miles on my car. By the time he came out And by the time I was done, I put 103,000 miles on my car. Just
Oh
doing
my God.
pure
Wow.
lift. My schedule was crazy.
Boy, you
But
was the lift master.
pretty much. But at that time, I was like mentally exhausted. You know, I was just tired. I didn't want to do it anymore. At that point, I was ready to give up because I had to make ends meet. With some help from the church, it still hurt, but I was still like kind of lost, empty. You know, a lot of things was going on. But I was in my car. I prayed. I said, Lord God, if you can get me through this, I make sure that everything I do, I'll put your name on it and give you the fullest praise. So after that, I told myself, no, I'm gonna do one more call for the day. One more call. So I did. I picked up somebody. She from the county that's down here, and amidst me taking her home, she asked me, "Hey, you ever thought being a firefighter?" I like, no, I haven't, but no, why not? She gave
Why
me
not?
all the benefits for it and everything. I'm like, oh, definitely, we're gonna try this out. We're gonna try this out. So she gave me her call. She said, "Call me tomorrow, so I can set something up for you." Okay, cool. I called her the next day. She didn't answer the phone, but off the sales pitch she gave me, I called like 37 times, Jay. I blew her
Really?
phone. I blew her phone. I'm pretty sure. My phone company called me asking was I okay. It was
What
that
why
bad.
what puts it what made you feel like you had I mean usually after probably 5 calls you figure that somebody maybe gave you the wrong number. What put that velocity in you to say just keep on calling her?
Because the benefits and opportunities it would have brought to me and my future family. Like having
Mm,
the urge to want to break generational curses has always been a
right,
drive. Always been a drive for me. So I knew it wasn't a scam. It's firefighting. It's a government job. So
right,
I was fully committed and believing that it's legit. So if this job is going to put me out of this drought from here on and until like my grandkids, my great grandkids, I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
right,
So it drove me to keep calling her because this is it. This is opportunity. This is how you get out of here.
right,
This is how you get out. This is how you eat. Your kids can eat. Your wife can eat. You don't have to worry about struggling no more.
right.
So I called her and she ended up calling me back. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was in a meeting. I missed your call, but here, check me out. Just come tomorrow, and I have an interview set up for you. Come in and talk to this guy." Um, at the time, he was lieutenant. He was recruiter lieutenant. I talked to him at least about 2 hours. Talked about 2 hours, just going back and forth. I never had an interview that lasted 2 hours. So
Wow.
talking to this man, he said, "You know what? I see your fighting eyes. I see you really want this. So no, I'm gonna take care of everything you got. Don't worry about anything. No expenses. It'll be paid for." I'm like, don't. I said, don't give me this now. You're giving a dog a juicy bone, and you playing with him. He said, no, I'm gonna take care
Right.
of you. So a year later, cause it's a little process, he got me hooked up with this emergency ambulance company. And at the time, they had this program called Earn While You Learn. They'll pay for your schooling. In return, you have to just work for them for 2 years. So they paid for my EMT, they paid for my paramedics, and they gave me enough time to save up for the fire department or for the fire academy. So it's all happening like within like a 2 year process because there's like
Wow.
3 to 6 months for EMT, a year and a half for paramedics, and then another like 6 months for fire. So it was continuous nonstop of just working. And then as soon as I got done, I graduated from the fire department because people don't understand it's not easy getting hard. It's not easy getting hired in the fire department for a fire department.
No, it's not. It's not at
You had to
all.
wait about like 2 years plus, 2 years plus. So as soon as I got done with the fire academy, I signed up for a job immediately. I think about a week and 2 weeks after I graduated, I got hired with the department
Wow. Talk about
immediately.
divine order.
Listen, if y'all believe in God, just believe that was all him. That was all him. Nobody else. But even though people ask me, "Oh, it's a good story," it's a good story, but it's kind of more to it because what actually got me driven to actually pursue it more was sad story. My mentor, he died in front of me. He actually died in my arms. He died in my arms.
The same mentor from the fire academy.
No, it's
Not no. That's another. Oh, it's
No,
okay. It's before that.
yeah,
Wow.
before that. So he at the time he had a heart attack. Me back then not knowing what EMS was, I didn't know what it was.
Right.
So he had a heart attack. He was down. Me and the school police was trying to do CPR. Knowing now it was trash CPR. We wasn't doing nothing for this man. Absolutely
Right.
nothing. Okay, it was bad quality. Bad quality. It took the fire department about 25, 30 minutes to get to us because traffic, there are other cars going on. Me not knowing what it is, I get it. Um, and they pronounced him dead a week later. But I told myself, listen, if I'm going, because my skills was terrible then. I told myself, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right. I'll make sure that if I'm gonna apply life-saving techniques or try to save somebody's life, I'll make sure I do all type of techniques, all type of skills, make medications to make sure that I can save someone or prolong them for the next event. Right.
And what would you say has been like? I'm pretty sure you learned a lot of things from your mentor, but what do you think has been some of the biggest things that you have learned from your mentor that you now see has brought up a huge change in your own life, like before how you were and now how you're now?
So it's two things. It's the two things that I learned from him. But one thing he said recently before he passed. The first thing is that you have to be okay with failing. You have to be okay with failing. Failing is part of life process. You just have to learn from it. That's why we go to practice. We study. We take tests. Right? It's just to be better. Right?
Right.
Right. It's a part of life, and you can't sit in despair, or you can't sit in frustration because you did something wrong. You know, it's like, practice is control phase. It's the only time you actually mess up, and it's okay, and because you learn what to do right and learn what not to do the next time. So by me changing my mindset of knowing that it's okay to mess up, just get up for the next one.
Yeah.
I learned how to just keep pushing, just keep pushing. Don't sit
Right.
don't sit on that one mistake. Just keep pushing.
And what's number
And
two?
number two is, it's kind of ironic because it happened before he died. He say that because I always like talk to people and try to help them out, but everyone got the message. But he told me that you can't save everyone, but
Mm,
at least you can save someone. So
that's huge.
it is it is huge because whoever listen to it is not, they might need it. They might need it right there because it's hard. Life is ghetto. Life is ghetto. Adulting is ghetto. It's hard once
What
you.
do you, what do you break that down for somebody who's just becoming an adult to what adulting is? Like, I'll ask you even a deeper question. At what point, what's one of the hardest thing about just being a man and becoming that adult man?
Oh man, it's expectation. Everyone's looking at you because you're supposed to be the lead, supposed to be the alpha. So everyone's looking at you to do right. Everyone look at you to do something good, and then when things go wrong, they still look at you. So
Right.
you're always in the spotlight, always in the spotlight, and it's hard to maneuver. It's hard to try to like achieve things if you're scared of that spotlight. It's not meant for everyone. That's meant for
No.
everyone. But that's where you gotta have a good circle. Your circle gotta be good. You can't have people in your circle that's gonna pull you down or that's going to talk talk bad about you. Because you
Right.
have people in your circle that uplift you, that encourage you to move forward, encourage you to do things right, or even if you're wrong, they encourage you and to correct you.
Right.
That's how we met. You see him all the time. Jay, I don't know that's Smitty. I don't know that's wrong. Hey, tell me how to do it right. So the next time when it do happen or do occur, I know how to step. I know how to maneuver. You
I
know.
think that's really hard in when you say you come from when most men come from that alpha mentality
Hmm.
to not to say that I'm being weaker by asking you to guide me in a situation I have that I just
Mm-hmm.
don't know about. You know what I mean? And so
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times we don't ask questions. A lot of times it's sometimes pride, sometimes ego. You know,
Mm-hmm.
can you speak on that?
It I think it's more generational because
Mm,
you was told to be a man. You is asking for help is sentimental. If it makes sense to you, because it's
yes,
sentimental.
yes,
Because you're
yes.
reaching out, it leaves you vulnerable, and no man want to be vulnerable. But no one really explains that it's okay to ask for help. No, you got to put the ego to the side, put your pride to the side, and realize that you can't do this by yourself. It's other people. It's trillions of people in this world that try to do it by themselves, and billions of them couldn't make it or couldn't do it. And the ones that did make it, they had help for someone. You know what I'm saying? They helped someone.
Yeah.
They didn't get there by themselves. They had someone in the corner to help push them up. It could be your friend, it could be your pops, it could be your mom, or it could be your wife.
True.
You have you can have someone to help you, help guide you, because we're not gonna always get it right.
Nope.
Not always get it right, and that's okay. But you have to know when to sit back, and see the bigger picture. Say, bro, I can't do this by myself. I'm gonna need something. So you gotta like take a deep breath, relax, and then find something. Find someone. Find someone. Find some type of direction. It's not gonna be easy all the time. It's not gonna be given to you. And that's something that when you growing up, that sometimes your parents don't even know because they might be young. They probably had you young, or they probably learn to be parents as themselves, because new parents are learning the same way as you learned to grow up. We all learning. So
Very true.
you're gonna have mistakes. You got mistakes, so you can't blame them and say, "Oh, my mom didn't do this, or my mom didn't do that. I regret this. I feel." They will learn the same way you will learn how to be a teen. They'll learn how to be a parent.
What's been the
Every
hardest thing for what's been the hardest thing for you to learn? You think like one of the hardest things that you said was been the hardest challenge for you to learn, and you had to keep putting back in that fire until you like got it.
the hardest thing for me to learn is how to ask for help.
Mm,
How to ask for help, because it's that pride thing. You know,
right,
be- it's people before me, people I know got a lot of resources. Got a lot of resources, but
right,
it's 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 private. It's very hard for me to like, hey, I don't got it right now. Can you help me out? Or I need help with this. Can you help me out? And you know, as a man,
right.
it's very hard, especially like you ask your girl, you ask your wife, you ask your mom. It brings you down a little bit. It brings you down to this vulnerable point where I know I don't got it. I
Right.
know
You don't.
I know I don't got it. But after time of realizing that my circle is resourceful, it's been easier for me to learn from them, and it's been easier for me to help, ask for help.
Do you think it's
Because
just easier? Do you think it's just easier just to see them as okay? These are the people that God has set around me to help me. Is
exactly.
it easy? Is it easier just to see it like that way instead of like saying, "Man, if I go to her, she might look at me as a weaker man," or if I go to
So
her and ask for that, she might expect me to have it.
yeah,
But then on the other side of that, it helps you evaluate who to go to and who not to go to in the long
e-
run. You know what I mean? I'd
exactly.
rather get that name. I'd rather get that over and done with real quick.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is that God, you gotta know or have discernment to know who God put in your life. That's
Very true.
that that's very
Very
important,
true. Very true.
because but it also comes from the connection with God. It's levels in being connected with God. At first, we all start from a clean slate, not knowing nothing, or knowing of God, but not really
Right.
applying it. But once you know him, you start praying. Once you start praying, you start getting connected. Once you start getting connected, you start obtaining the Holy Spirit. After the Holy Spirit, you start getting learning discernment, learning the wisdom, and you start looking to see who belong in your circle and who don't belong in your circle. You know who to pull from, you know who not to pull from, you know who to listen to and not listen to. Now the Spirit tell you, hey, watch out for this man. That little voice in the back of your head that say, I don't know. I don't know. You might
Right.
need to evaluate a little bit. That little voice in your head is your spirit telling you, be careful.
And I
You
think in
gotta,
the world, we would call that the gut feeling. Some people call it a gut feeling.
yeah.
Like we call that a spiritual feeling. Like,
Mm,
man, my spirit feel like a little vexed about somebody, or it's like a
mm,
little uneasy. I don't want to override that. You know what I mean?
yeah. Or sometimes they override it because they don't know. You try to make sense of it. That makes sense. Like it's like, oh, they call it karma. They call it
Karma, what they
karma.
call it, I think they call it giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
And anytime I've ever had, I think anytime anybody ever said, and I gave his ass the benefit of the doubt,
Mm-hmm.
that's the first thing they say. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt. And
Uh-huh.
I think it's because innately you overrid what you already knew. You know, they probably
Exactly.
wasn't gonna pay you back. You know, they probably wasn't gonna keep up their end of the bargain. You know, they probably wasn't gonna be in breach of contract. You know, they wasn't gonna follow through. You know, they wasn't gonna show up. And
Right.
now you have put these expectations, and you gave them the benefit of the doubt, overriding that.
Exactly. So, man, one thing somebody told me is about my old football coach, and I applied it to my life, but I kind of like in moderation a little bit. He told me to expect the worst, hope for the best.
I
Right.
like that. Hmm.
So, but when you look at it, people their first thought is, oh, I'm always expecting negativity. So no, well, no. What that is you are preparing yourself. You're preparing yourself so you won't get caught slipping, but still have expectation, and still have hope that something great might happen.
Right.
So it leads you to not get no caught off guard. So you don't put all your eggs in one basket, and then when something don't happen, you'll be hurt, be real hurt. Versus from when it doesn't happen your way, and you was expecting something to, like, you always had a plan B. You was prepared for it. Said, okay,
Hmm.
I kind of see it coming, and then when it didn't come, I can revert around this, hop to something else.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
with that being said, now that you're being now you are a firefighter. What are some things that you thought it was the way it was, and then now that you're in it, now it's like, wow, this I didn't expect it to be like this. What were some of the surprises?
So some of the prizes is, for one, you out there. Get that
Yeah.
straight. You out there. It ain't no test, not a drill. We here.
Mm.
Um, because coming from the ambulance company, you do inter-facility transport, meaning that you take one person to the next facility, and then something happened between, you know how to fix it. You know, versus from me being, I'm in the front line now. So if
Right.
someone was to go down, I have to fix it. So what what's different is expectation. People looking at you now. They're looking at you now. They expecting for you to do your job. And it happens all the time, especially now in this day and age. We have cameras.
Yeah.
People doing like this
Yeah. People
all
are
the
watching
time,
you constantly.
all the time. So even if they don't understand and they still recording you, somebody, when they post that video, someone knows what's going on, and it held you accountable. So it for me is always being your game. You can't relax. You can't relax at all. You have to be in P's and Q's, because only my life in my hands, your life is in my hands, and I have to exhaust all options to make sure that, I'm doing my job to make sure you come out great.
What are the top two or three things you say a person has to have in order to truly be a firefighter?
It's plain and simple. You can be the most fit person in the world. You can be Rocky Balboa, but you gotta have the mental fortitude and a strong will to do this job, because you're going to see some crazy things. You're going to experience some even crazier things, but are you mentally prepared for it? Are you mentally stable to, like, encounter if someone don't make it, or if a kid don't make it, or a baby don't make it? Like the other day, I had a baby call. As crazy as it is, the is at home birth. Mom cut the umbilical cord and dipped. Like,
Wow.
are you emotionally stable enough to handle it? So don't freak out to help the baby out.
Right.
You gotta. It's tough. So you gotta really be ready to commit yourself to doing the unexpected. Really doing unexpected because you're gonna come across some crazy stuff. But on top of it, you gotta have a good team, a good family behind your back. That's why people at the firehouse, you talk to them. You got resources. Like I said, you resources. You have a good circle.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Talk to them. Talk to them. Talk to them about what's going on. Talk to them about how you felt about that call. Talk to them about even at home stuff because you build up a lot of stress. A lot of stress. The highest death in the fire department is suicide, and people can't hold on to what they see.
Really? I would have never ever guessed that. I would
The
have never ever
highest
guessed that.
the highest death rate in firefighter is suicide. It's suicide, then fire. Well, suicide. Well, all depending on where you're at. It's suicide, fire, car accident, but for the most part, it's suicide because they can't handle what they have at home and bring to work. They can't handle what they see on call. They can't handle what's going on. It's a lot of like negative things that they come across. And if you don't have that outlet to talk about it, you don't have that outlet to get it out, that's what it results to.
So how do they vet now people nowadays to make sure that they're willing to reach out for help and know that help is like constantly there just in case they've gone too far in the job. Maybe they find out, hey, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I need to change different occupations.
So we fire departments have debriefing. Yeah, debriefing. You debrief on the call, talk about the call, see what's going on. You have also uh you have therapy. You have therapy readily available, to talk about how you felt about the call. I have the building collapse at a short side. You heard about that, right?
Okay, yes,
About
yes,
the, about the building that fell down and
yes,
half the population of the whole building passed away. So
yeah.
my instructor was there, and that happened what, about 2 years ago now. He said when it happened, he's still going through therapy for that call.
Wow.
So, but he say it's making him better because he's able to get out what he experienced, or have someone that understands what's going on, or just have a ear to talk to. Just to get it out is very helpful. But most of us just know being prideful, hold it in, and all that that negativity build up, and that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to get all alone, to get you depressed, to get you sad. Because once you're alone and not around people like that, it causes you to think suicidal thoughts.
So if a
So
person, what should be the symptoms for a person watching right now to say, okay, I probably need to go get help? What's some of the very first few symptoms that would be evident? Maybe I need to
as
start talking to somebody about it.
as a person that's experiencing, or a person out there look for the signs.
I would say both. Give me both versions of it.
So for a person that's looking for the signs, you really can't tell. You really
Hmm.
can't tell because crazy enough as it is, it might be the happiest person in the room versus from somebody that's real sad. You might think somebody that's real sad all the time, so it's really like always negative might be the one that commits suicide. But it also could be the person who's always laughing, always kiki, always this like that because he has no outlet but to like laugh it off. So you can't really tell unless you know the person, know what they're going through, or they're open enough to tell you.
Right.
Now, for a person that's experiencing it, the moment the moment you the moment you start to isolate yourself from everything, become restless because you having these PTSD moments about what's going on, or you
Right.
having these real bad downtime where you can't move, you can't eat, you can't talk to nobody. It's time for you. I believe it's time for you to seek some help. Seek some help, and it'll be way better for you to talk to someone than for you to not talk to someone because if you take that next step, you're not only leaving back your friends, your all your loved ones and everything. It's leaving a lot behind and a lot of hurt with other people that know that do love you.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. what has been the best part about being a firefighter?
Oh man, saving lives. Honestly, saving lives is to have someone that you first arrive on, and you know they're doing bad.
Yeah.
To months later coming to the firehouse and saying thank you for saving my life. To have them walk again and say thank you for saving my life,
Wow.
or having a story behind, or how the testimony about it. It is real good to see somebody walking again, talking again, and telling a story about how they almost did this and they almost did that, and now they walking around because you helped them out. And
Have you ever bumped that into anybody in public just being out, not being on the clock, into anybody that you've helped out or helped save?
um, I have it was a older lady. It was an older lady. I think she was about like 70 something years old, and she was having like asthma attack until she passed out, and she went in cardiac arrest. Um, we ended doing all type of procedures on her to get her back before we got to the hospital, and then we got to the hospital. They said they brought her back, and then the doctors and nurses told her how she got there, what happened, the whole process, and um, she. I think one of her family members was recording. I can tell you, they people are recording,
Yeah.
and she watched the video. So I was
That's
I was at
crazy. That's crazy. At the time, like one of your relatives laid out, people pulling out, your relatives pulling out camera phone. That's
listen,
crazy.
you be surprised, bro. You be surprised. Like it's it's people that'll be on phone calling someone crying because someone's dead. They're like, oh, they have a whole voice recording of them crying to send it to someone, or they record someone or the reaction of the family members dying. The media is crazy. You're like, why would you post that?
Right. Right.
Why would you post that? Oh, my son died. It posted. They'll post that.
That's
So
crazy.
it's sad. It's
So
sad.
as
But
so as so as she seen the video of you pumping on her chest, bringing her back to life.
yeah, she say, oh, I remember you. And the thing is, I don't know what she talked about because I've had people I worked on. So I remember you. I'm like, hold
Yeah, she said, I remember you.
on. From where? You- who you know?
You was
But
the
yeah,
chocolate man.
oh Lord, oh Lord.
Hey, hey, after God ever brought her back. She said, I remember you. Remember you.
Man, and listen, and anybody I know that done CPR on an old person before, man, like a bag of chips. That oh gosh, I thought it killed. Man, listen, when you do CPR on somebody that's real old and like frail, you
Oh
think
my
you killed
God.
you think you killed them. I promise you think you killed them. Like it's like a bag of chips. It's so frail. That first push, it's the rear cage crack, the sternum crack. It's like, should
Yeah,
I keep going? That did I
and,
did I?
and you gotta keep on going, correct?
Is yeah, you keep on going. Yeah, keep on going.
Okay, so I got some questions for you.
Okay, cool.
When you look back on your life you have lived to this point, what in particular amazes you the most? The life that you live up until this point, what in particular has amazed you the most?
Well, well,
Yeah.
before old Smitty became a good man of God, I was out here in the
Yes.
world. I was full fledged in the world doing.
Out here,
Listen,
outside.
listen. But no, but in all seriousness, I look back at myself and I'm like, dang. I mean, yeah, I played ball. I played football. So you always had that tension. You know, and being an athlete in like college and like stuff like that, and it you get involved in a lot of things. You get involved in a lot of things, but I felt like if I would have kept that in that same route, I would have been lost for sure. I've been lost for sure. And knowing where I am now is legal, is safe, Well, I mean, we'll take the takeaway. It's legal. It's legal. It's more promising. I don't have to like, turn my neck, look at my back every like, 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I can say that I'm proud of myself. I'm pretty sure my past self will look at now and say, I'm proud of you because
So
it's 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 really life changing. It's really life changing. And if I was to know what I know now about this job I am now, I would definitely bypass football and to do this because you got to be a real idiot to play football and love it. Just to run full speed at somebody and say, yeah,
yeah, let's do it
yeah,
again.
yeah, do it again. CTE. A couple years later, look cross-eyed it because you got head trauma.
What if would you be down to do the firefighter competition that they're having in August?
So I'm just not hearing about this. I am still new to the fire department thing, the fire service thing. So I'm just not
The
hearing about this.
firefighter challenge.
Okay, can you explain what is that about? Because I'm
I,
still learning.
I think it's everything that a firefighter do to
Yeah,
challenge against other firefighters. Would you be down to do it? It's happening in
yeah,
August. And you
yeah.
could be Mr. 2024 firefighter of the year. The firefighter amongst fighters.
Jay, Jay, don't hype me up, Jay. Don't hype me up, Jay. Don't
I
don't
got
do
my
that,
money
Jay.
on you, dog. I
Don't
got my
don't
money on you, dog.
don't do
Hey,
that, Jay. Because
you
I'm
have the
already
invested title.
listen. I'm already psychotic enough as it is. When it comes to the firefighter stuff, I did some things that people question. You never know that's not really safe to do. Like, I know I just want to try it. But listen, don't hype me up, Jay. But definitely though, if well, right now I'm on probationary, in my probationary year, so I can't wiggle how I want to wiggle because I'm
Okay,
still
okay, okay.
it's still in the learning process.
You still
So
on the poach.
yeah, so
You ain't off the poach yet.
I'm still barking from the backyard. That's what I'm
That's
doing.
it. There you go.
Yeah, still barking from the backyard. I can't get to the house yet. But
If you, but
this
you be
year,
definitely
this
down
year,
to do it.
oh for sure,
That's what's up.
jumping through windows, throwing up ladders, hopping up the truck, hosing down thing. I mean, hosing down reference of watering down fire for y'all.
Hold it down.
What are you about? Hosing down. What are you talking about? Yeah, but for sure though, I'll definitely do it. It's gonna suck. Best believe it is not easy being that gear doing firefighter stuff. It is not.
You have to be in shape. You definitely have to be in shape.
Oh man, for sure.
And if you wasn't a firefighter, what would you have been?
So I was collecting money to go get my master's degree in psychology. But even though I wanted to do that, I wanted to help people. That was my thing to help people,
Yeah,
right? But also like working out. So I was gonna find a way how to mix up counseling with working out.
that's
That would
dope.
that would be my thing. So we can heal, fix the body, build the body, and fix the mind.
Yes, sir. I like that. I
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So I would have had took some courses on physical therapy, some training classes, and also some counseling classes. I wanted to go back to get my I wanted to get my license in marriage and family because that's what come home. That's what come from anyway from the household.
Sure. Uh-huh.
You know, so if you know how to communicate, you know how to treat yourself, treat others, talk to people, know who you dealing with, and also love yourself about building yourself up, you'll be a better person. You'll be happier.
Damn right. Well
You'll be happier.
spoken. And my last question. My last question for you before I close.
Okay.
What's three things you want people to say about you when you die?
Ooh. I want people to say that. Well, for one, I want to say that he's a good dude. Maybe once that. I don't want to have no enemies. I want
Right.
people. I want people to remember me by being someone that always showed them joy, always showed them, kindness, always showed them, another way.
Right.
It's easy. It's easy to do wrong. Very easy to do wrong.
It's very easy.
I can go to the store right now and rob something, but it's very easy.
Just like that.
But it's as easy as you going to jail. But I want to make sure people know that, man, Smitty was a good dude. Smitty always did, the right thing. He always,
So
he
good
always, he
dude.
always, yeah, he always corrected me. He was a great mentoring person. You know, someone to count on, be,
Hold on, wait. It's only
available.
three, and it's only three. It's only three things.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Let me put one on back. Put one on back. Put one on back.
What's the third one? You say God-fearing,
God
good
fearing,
man.
good
And
man.
what's the last one?
Oh, dependable. I said dependable. Dependable. People, I want people to depend on me when it's time. You always call me and say, "Hey, Smith was always there." I mean, always there. I'm only a phone call away. I can't put my
That's
number
what's
up there
up.
because my wife will kill me. But no, I'm always a phone
Yes,
call
you
away.
okay?
Yeah, just call 911. Don't call me.
Then I would have to schedule the next interview from the hospital bed.
Oh, exactly. You don't have to do that.
Oh my
Don't do
God.
that.
Well,
Don't do that.
Smitty, I appreciate you, man, for coming on the Stop and Vibe show, dude. It was
Uh,
totally an honor and a pleasure, man. Is there anything
it
you want to say?
pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine. I appreciate you for asking me to be on here. You're also a great man of wisdom. You by talking to you at the gym or just around you, I've learned some things about being being a better man or being a better person or learn how to seek God a different way. So I appreciate you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate that, man. So, is there anything you want to say to the people out there?
Oh man, I would just keep it simple. Keep your head up. Always push forward. Relax. Take a breath and keep pushing. And it's never gonna be easy. It's never gonna be hard. It's never gonna be easy. It's never gonna be easy. Y'all gonna have hard moments. But as long as you know how to put God first and always keep it moving and never look back in your situation, always look forward. You'll be all right. Find a good circle, some good trusting people, some people that also have the same belief you have. That might work.
Mm,
Um, and you'll find life more enjoyable.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, this is Vigilante here from Vigilante World from the Stop and Vibe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you put down any questions you might have for Mr. Smitty in the comments, and we'll talk right back at you. Until next time, take on the world because you can. Be good because you're good at it. Love you. Love you. Peace, love, and God bless.